Welcome to Previews Reviews, coming to you from Stadium Comics, located in Shoppers World Mall in beautiful Brampton, Ontario. Here are your hosts, Kevin Hickey and Ricky Lima.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Previews Reviews, which takes a look at graphic novels this week. It's coming to stores starting in May 2012. I'm Kevin Hickey.
And I am Ricardo Antonio Lima.
Is that really your name?
That's my
Ricardo
full name.
Antonio?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a Latin lover, you know?
Is that what they're calling you? Ricky, what do you think about the batch of graphic novels and hardcovers we have coming out in May 2012?
Looks all right. I mean, we got a little skimpy preview here, but...
Yeah, we're only looking at 4 books.
Nah.
Truth be told, there's a ton of excellent comic books coming out in May, but graphic novels. There's some pretty huge titles coming out.
A lot of the 52 stuff, and I mean, we talk about that too much.
Yeah, so we're trying to go beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at some different stuff for you guys.
It's too mainstream, you know.
We're gonna start with Mike Norton's Battlepug in hardcover.
Ooh.
The epic tale of blood and drool begins here. Join Molly and her dogs Mingo and Colfax as she recounts the legend of the warrior and the Battlepug. A tale of a fearless barbarian, his trusty and freakishly large pug, and evil baby harp seals. This volume collects the first year of Mike Norton's Battlepug, the perfect opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a fan favorite webcomic by Mike Norton, Alan Passalacqua, and Crank.
I kind of have to disagree with this. I don't think the hardcover is the perfect way to get into it because it's all online. So you can pick it up online, get into it.
Ricky, we're corporate shills.
Oh, right.
We need to encourage people to come into go into their local shop, preferably Stadium Comics, and buy the hardcover book.
Yes, buy 3.
Because there's stuff in there that is not available on the webcomic.
That is true. That
right?
is true. But if you've never read Battlepug, check it out online first, and then buy it.
That's true. That's the great thing about Battlepug is you can go online and see if it's your cup of tea first. And I think that if you go on and check out Battlepug, you're going to like it. It's an awesome story.
Pretty awesome.
Very creative. Do you know that it started out as the idea for a T-shirt?
What?
Yeah, the iFanboy.com asked Mike Norton to come up with an original idea for a T-shirt, and he drew Battlepug. As soon as people saw Battlepug on the shirt, they were like, Mike, when's the comic coming out? So he made a webcomic.
Look at that.
And it's been one of the more well-received webcomics on the internet. I don't read a lot of webcomics myself. There's a couple here and there that I read. But Battlepug is certainly in that category of ones that I do read.
I mean, I haven't read it until this afternoon, and it was nuts because first the giant seal shows up, and you're like, giant seal, and then he gets raised by Santa Claus, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
And the giant seal is evil, but he looks so happy.
It's weird.
How can a baby harp seal be evil?
But it's awesome.
I guess that's why they club them in such large numbers. Sorry, seal lovers. This book has got something for everyone. If you like dogs, this is your book. If you like wizard, or if you like sword and sorcery and all that kind of stuff, this is your book. And if you like the ladies, this story is narrated by a naked woman.
Yes.
So.
I think every story should be narrated by a naked woman.
I think reviews should be narrated by a naked woman. I
agree. We are holding auditions. Video reply to us.
Send your demo reel to Ricardo Antonio Lima, the Latin lover.
Thank you. Please do. Please do.
As I said, there are going to be extras in this book, and curiously, it doesn't come out till July 4th, but it is solicited in the previews for May 2012.
Get on the ball, previews.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I think it's more of a Dark Horse thing than anything else. Next book, Ricardo.
Batman Earth 1 hardcover. From Geoff Johns and Gary Frank, the acclaimed team behind Superman, Secret Origin, and the Shazam stories in Justice League. In tradition of Superman Earth 1, the spectacular original graphic novel gives new insight into Bruce Wayne's transformation into Batman and his first year as the Dark Knight. In this all-new take on Batman mythos, Bruce Wayne is on the hunt for his parents' killer. His target, the mayor of Gotham City. Plus, who is Alfred Pennyworth? And why is he so determined to put an end to the Batman?
All right.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. Geoff Johns writing, you can't go wrong there. Gary Frank on the art, even better. His work on Superman has been amazing. Gary Frank, he just draws like the most iconic Superman in comics.
Maybe Alex Ross.
No, I like
Ross?
Gary Frank. Gary Frank kind of draws Gary Frank's Superman kind of looks a lot like Christopher Reeve.
So
that's the Superman I grew up with, man.
I guess. I don't know. Alex Ross is really cool. He does amazing covers, I think. I'll put my hat in for Alex Ross.
He's a talented guy. He's no George Perez. But
are we going to keep bringing this up every episode? It's George Perez business?
Gary Frank, we haven't seen much of him in the last year or so, and I guess it's because he's been on this book. It's quite an undertaking to write a whole graphic novel all at once. I mean, usually we have comic artists this day and age, they're working on monthly titles, and then those get put together after the fact as a graphic novel. But when you're writing a graphic novel all from scratch, and it's all original, it's never been printed in single issue form, that's probably going to take a lot of time out of your work week.
I think personally comics should kind of transition into that form. I think that is a more viable way of getting it than the single issues, but I mean that's probably just me. Yeah,
well, I mean it's potential. There's potential for it to move into that direction, but I think single issues will always be, what most people are after.
What if we have single issues digital and then the graphic novels?
I don't like that.
No digital.
Like
Okay.
It's not good for sales. Stop talking. Shut up. You're in a timeout. Timeout. 10 seconds. No. I mean, there's all kinds of different models. You wouldn't have seen original graphic novel series like this, 10, 15, 20 years ago, with a major character and a major publisher. So, with us seeing stuff like Earth 1 and Brian Azzarello's Joker and his Luthor series, all that stuff is, it's really cool to see. And graphic novels are great. The problem with them, though, is they do take a long time to put together. And that's where I see kind of single issues kind of maintaining their dominance.
That is true.
Because if the company like DC can make their money selling the single issues and then throw out a graphic novel on top of that, I think it's more economically viable for them.
And I mean, the whole Earth 1 thing is really exciting. I like Superman Earth 1. So I'm interested to see where this goes.
For those of you who don't know what Earth 1 is, it's basically a new universe where we're getting modern and updated retellings of some of these heroes' origins. And Superman Earth 1 was a huge success for DC. And they're going to be looking to repeat that, I guess, with this book here.
So if this is Earth 1 and they're coming out with Earth 2 later, what is the universe we're in now?
It's just Earth, man.
Earth 0?
It's just Earth.
Oh, okay.
This book also comes out in July. So,
what's going on, people?
I don't know.
Ruining
They're advanced
everything.
soliciting it. Well, I guess with this one, because it's a original hardcover, they want to make sure that they get all their orders in promptly for it. I can tell you that when Superman Earth 1 came out, the first printing of the hardcover sold out like within the first week it was out. So definitely want to reserve a copy of this now at your comic shop if you can. Let them know that you want it so that you have it when it comes out on release day.
Can I reserve a copy right now?
No, you cannot. Serious customers only, Ricky.
I will just steal it when I'm working.
Next up, we have David Mazzucchelli's Daredevil Born Again Artist Edition. It represents two of the finest creators at the absolute peak of their game. David Mazzucchelli's superhero work had reached an artistic apex when this series was released, and the same is true for Frank Miller's writing. Together they combined to craft a story of extraordinary impact that is still regarded as a true masterpiece. This collects the entire storyline of Born Again, plus covers and extras. Each page was personally scanned by Mazzucchelli from his own original art. This is the largest artist edition yet, weighing in at a rock-solid 200 pages of beautiful Mazzucchelli art in the way that you've always wanted to see it. The next best thing to holding the actual original art. This is put out by IDW Comics, surprisingly, and not Marvel.
What?
Yeah.
How can they do that? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know. I guess they struck up some deal with Marvel where they can...
Strange.
Yeah. Artist edition books, though, are something that's relatively new, and they're really cool.
What is it?
Well, basically, comics are created on 11 by 17 comic art boards. And those are then scanned in, or in those days probably mailed in to the publisher, and they would make corrections on the pages. You'd see blue pencil stuff on there, which doesn't get scanned in by the computers. Stuff gets pasted over. Word bubbles get like taped onto it. That's how it was done in those days, anyway. And what this seeks to do is replicate the original size of those artboards, and it looks like they're actual scans of David Mazzucchelli's actual artboards used in the book. So that's really cool. It's said that this is going to contain a whole bunch of corrections and editorial notes made on the board. Kind of gives you a behind-the-scenes look at what a comic artist, has to do on an artboard in order to get their story published. There's a lot of people that say that this is the greatest Daredevil story ever told.
Probably, yeah. I mean, Frank Miller is a great Daredevil writer, I think.
Well, and he was a great writer back in these days, too. This is 1986, I think. This was released. Maybe 85. I'm not 100% on that right now. But I guess before he went crazy.
Yeah, see, you can see a progression in Frank Miller's crazy. So it starts off, Dark Knight Returns, you're like, man, that's wicked.
Right.
And then it goes to, like, I don't know, whatever else he's writing. And you're
Sin City, maybe?
No. Wait.
Oh, okay.
So it keeps going, and it goes to, like, Ronin, and you're like, man, this is wicked. It goes to, like, the Daredevil stuff, and you're like, oh, this man can't go wrong. And then he moves to Miami, I think. Or he moves somewhere, and then he starts getting inspiration for Sin City, and then things start to teeter off, and he starts going crazy. So by the time you reach the end of Sin City, this man is nuts. And everything he's writing about is either about, like, how women are whores, and how, like, he wants to kill everything, and everything should die, everything's disgusting, and you're like, this man has lost his mind. And then The Dark Knight Returns again comes out, and you're like, forget it.
And then All-Star Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And then Holy Terror.
Don't even get me started on Holy Terror, my God. We're like, holy crap.
Now, Ricky, you've said in the past that you're a better writer than George Perez. Are you a better writer than Frank Miller?
No, even in his craziness, I think I'm better than him.
Okay.
He's good.
You just didn't want me to challenge you to write another script. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Mazzucchelli and Miller, after this Daredevil book, went on to write and draw Batman Year One, which was their, the next big superhero book that they worked on. And then after that, Mazzucchelli said, you know what, I'm done with superheroes. And he left the superhero genre for good after that. And little was seen of him in between then and 2009, I think. And he put out a book called Asterios Polyp, which had nothing to do with superheroes, but was revered by many as like a genius masterpiece.
What was it about?
I've read it. It's about basically a guy, going through relationships in his life, and he's a down on his luck guy, and it ends with a meteor crashing into his house. Spoiler alert.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But anyway,
how much is this book going to be?
This book is going to be $95.
That's crazy.
But it's 200 pages. It's 11 by 17 size, so it's huge.
That's pretty good.
And it's stuff that you've never seen before. And I'm sure it's going to be a very limited edition book.
$95 is a little steep, though.
It's a little steep. But if anyone out there is looking to become a comic book artist, this is a really, something like this, seeing unfinished, untouched pencils is really, a benefit to you if you're looking to get into comic art. Ricky, would you please take the last book? This last book is not so much a graphic novel, and it technically could have been included in our collectibles portion, but I figured kind of fit in here as well, so we're going to cover it today.
Book of Sith, Secrets from the Dark Side. The black and red pyramid-shaped Sith case appears innocuous, but with the touch of a button, the door of the case lifts, accompanied by lights and Star Wars sound effects. The secrets within are revealed. The Book of Sith slides into view. From the creators of the Jedi Path in collaboration with Lucasfilms, the Book of Sith reveals the mystery and madness of the dark side while introducing new characters, history, as well as sinister insights into what it means to be a Sith master. Now all who are tempted may unlock the Book of Sith and delve into the awesome powers of the dark side. Say what?
Did you see this in previous?
I did not, no.
All right, hold on. We gotta see this first. So it's like hidden in this thing, and then you press a button and the lid opens up and then the book comes out.
What?
There's a trailer for it. I'm going to put it up online so everybody can see it.
That is crazy.
But it is damn scary. So evil. And the pyramid doesn't look innocuous at all. I know they said that in the copy, but man, it looks like something that...
that is crazy.
It looks like something you'd store your death note in.
Yeah.
If you're looking to write down names of people that you want to die. It also includes some Sith artifacts inside, and it's available for only $99.99 again.
You know what? That's pretty good for something this insane.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Now, my advice to anybody out there who knows somebody that has this book in their house, defriend them immediately. Just you want to run. I think that no good can come of them holding onto this book.
This is like the Satanic Bible, but for Star Wars.
Yeah, it's you know, if somebody wants to possess this book, they're probably pretty deep into the dark arts, as you know are known to dabble in from time to time.
They don't call me the Latin lover for nothing.
What kind of dark arts are you talking about? The darkest of dark arts.
Where the sun don't shine.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
All right, on that note, we're going to end Previews, Reviews, and our look at graphic novels coming out in May 2012. Remember that Previews is the magazine that's carried in comic shops across North America and in some parts of the world. I learned from our last video that some places in the world don't get Previews magazine, which is a shame.
Come on, Preview, step up your game.
Yeah. But in this catalog, you can find all kinds of pop culture merchandise coming out in the next few months. And make sure you pre-order what you like out of this catalog. Let your comic shop know what you want so that they can get it for you. It's win-win for everybody involved.
It's true.
Take care, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at Stadium Comics, located in Brampton, Ontario, Canada, which we didn't say last episode, but it is the center of the universe, the origin of all things, and the capital of everything.
Capital of the world.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you next time. We're going to look at Collectables coming out in May 2012.